The comic book industry is so vast and ever-expanding that it almost transcends our own universe. But why are they so important to begin with? So, join me, your host, Steve Timber, to begin my journey into mystery. The local comic book store, everyone has one, is a classic place for comic book fans alike to go in, trifle through and find all sorts of rare comics. I've never been inside mine before, so let's go in and see what makes this place so special. Hello sir, do you mind just introducing yourself for us please?
My name is Tom. I've worked for A Place in Space for about 11 years.
I'm Jack, I work here at Mega City Comics.
My name's Chief Stride, I work at A Place in Space in Croydon.
And roughly how many comic books do you own?
Me personally, surprisingly little, maybe about 1,000.
Christ. A lot. Couple of boxes, a chest, quite a lot of graphic novels and manga as well. Probably in total 1,000.
Not that many, well I say not that many, probably only about 5,000 or 6,000. I think probably had 20,000 at peak, but that probably pales to some collectors.
And why do you think comic book stores in particular are so important in the modern day?
Oh man, they're essential.
It's a great community hub. Comics are a great way for people who might find regular classic literature quite a daunting exercise.
Why are comic books and graphic novels so important to you?
How long have you got?
They're a great form of escapism.
Escapism.
Escapism, I guess. I've always loved beautifully drawn artwork.
You know, young people facing adversity, overcoming it, not just on their own, but as part of groups, and how the one isn't as big as the whole. They've also given me a load of friends. I've been able to meet so many people through liking comics.
Brilliant, well thank you ever so much.
Hold up. Hiya folks, my name is Mr. Mix, and before we get to that, I'm going to tell you about how comic books first began, so let's get started. The first comic book was published in 1837 in Switzerland, called The Adventures of Mr. Obadiah Oldbuck. Then, in 1897, came the Platinum Age, which introduced this guy, who was the first to use the term comic book, and colour was brought in. In June 1938, Superman flew into the Golden Age in Action Comics #1, back when comic books sold for only 10 cents. This started the superhero frenzy that continued for decades, having its ups and downs through the Silver Age, the Age of Manga, the Bronze Age, the Dark Age, and now the Modern Age. Hey you guys! Now comic book characters are everywhere, even on the big screen, and the comic book industry is booming. I'd love to talk to you guys more about the history of comic books. I didn't get to talk about my favourites like Spider-Man, Batman, and my personal favourite, the Condiment King. Well, goodbye, and enjoy the rest of the movie. Back to you, Steve.
No, we're all good here I think, yeah. That was absolutely brilliant, thank you ever so much.
Look, up in the sky, it's a bird.
It's a plane!
It's going.
Today we're at London Comic Con, where I'm finally going to take the final step into becoming a true comic book fan. So, let us go explore. Why are comic books so important?
I think it's just important as a social commentary almost as well. You know, some of the themes that are being discussed in comics are a bit heavier, a bit darker, and just more relevant to current society.
For me, it's something that happened from my childhood. I loved comics because as a dyslexic, I couldn't read them, but I could make up my own stories to go with the pictures. So I've always been fascinated by stories that tell their story or their arc through pictures. I found that amazing.
I could find a book here that we got for sale right now to someone from the age 6 up to age 60.
I've always been obsessed with them. I don't really know why, but nothing else has ever mattered to me. All I ever wanted to do was to make and create my own comics. Nothing else even comes close to it.
There's something in comics for everyone.
I don't know why that makes them so special to me, but they are.
Thank you ever so much. So what I've truly learned is that comics inspire people. They represent such a large community as they see themselves as these characters. So, I've been Steve Timber, and this journey has truly been a tale to astonish.